KCAAclub.com. That's 818-610-8088.
KCAA. Welcome to News That Rocks now on NBC KCAA Radio, 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, where your story could be told. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of News That Rocks right here on KCAA Radio, 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Reina. They call her Reina Mami.
Reina Mimi, actually.
Mimi.
Mimi, yes.
I don't know why I call her Mommy, but
I think we
sometimes
know
that
why.
happens. Nah, we're just joking around. Her name is Reina.
Yes.
Reina Mimi.
Reina Mimi, yes.
Reina Mimi. All right, guys. So she does modeling. She does a little bit of this is the whole interview. The interview is about all this. We're gonna ask her questions. If anybody wants to join us, they could go to Kick, KCAA TV. They could also go on our app and download the app, KCAA TV. I'm sorry, KCAA Radio. They could go download that app on their iPhones, on their Androids, right? They could go download that app and they'll be able to listen to us as well. Anyway, let's begin, Reina. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Sure. I started modeling just kind of as a birthday photo shoot for my 40th birthday. And I had such a great experience with the photographer who was a really close friend of mine. And he said I did really well. I had never done it, so I didn't know what that meant. But I continued to do it, and I really fell in love with it. So I continued to do it, and I'm just pursuing it more now. It's just been an amazing experience, and I just think I found my passion. It was a hobby, but it's a passion now.
You also the only reason why I'm asking is because you're also a caregiver, right?
Yes, I'm a
You're
vocational nurse.
A nurse.
Yes.
And how does that because a lot of people know that you're a model. They see that you're modeling. We've seen pictures of you in Rosarito. You done for magazines too. You did for Down Low as well?
Down Low, I've done Candy Cane Lane, Rolling magazines. I've also done The Goats. And I'm also going to be shooting next month for Babe Diem and Barrio Life.
And Barrio Life. Ooh, Barrio Life. I seen that magazine going around. What is your favorite, your best, how can I put this? What is your favorite type of shooting? Photo shooting.
Oh, that's an easy one. I love shooting in lingerie. It just makes me feel very feminine. I feel like that's like super sexy. It empowers me. I don't believe I have the perfect body.
Confidence. You
Right,
bring
yeah.
your confidence.
But I feel like
Confidence.
I just own what I have at this point in my life, and I love doing it. It shows like positive body images, even when
Like-
you're not perfect.
Like art.
Correct.
It's art.
Yes,
'Cause,
yes.
Art is beautiful if you see it in an art way. We're not here talking about stuff like that. We're here to talk about art. We're art. And she's very professional when it comes to this. I've seen your photo shots.
Mm-hmm.
You come out good. You know how to pose. You know how to do all that stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about when you first started? Did you start like that, or did you were a little shy?
I'm always myself, so I think that's where my confidence comes from, because it's a one-on-one kind of thing. So it's not like there's any pressure, and it's a photo. So if you don't like it, you just don't post it, or you don't,
Right.
you don't have to look at it. So I think just working one-on-one, I just enjoy that part of it. I don't feel any pressure. If there's a lot of photos that I don't like.
Right.
And sometimes it's just, you might like a photo, I might not like it, and vice versa. And I just think it's just the way we see things. I didn't used to like my nose before, and that's the biggest compliment I get now.
Why?
So, because growing up, it was just different, and different is not always okay when you're little.
We're in a different era now.
Right.
Everybody's more like a little bit more open minded, respectfully.
Nobody should judge you on your high, on your way. Um, there's beautiful everywhere. There's beautiful in a different ways, different way. When it comes to art, it's beautiful in a different way.
I absolutely agree. So I say this all the time: beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So it just depends on what you see in it, and we can all be beautiful in our own different ways.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure with you, there's no complaints.
I mean, if
Respectfully,
they are, they
respectfully.
haven't heard of any. If they are, keep them to yourself.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we don't want to hear
No,
no
I
negative
haven't heard
stuff.
anything. Yeah.
Positive bias right here. That's hey, you brought a good point right there. I like what you said right now. Like, if you don't got nothing good to say, just don't don't watch it. Don't
Don't say
be
it,
over here
yeah.
putting people down because maybe these people could have made it like to the top, and then you're putting these people down, thinking them they think that they're not worth, and then don't let this happen to you guys or even females. Don't let this happen to you, right? Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every female that I work with, I tell them how beautiful they are, and they've all had different body types. I was shooting last month with the girl, and she was very petite, and she's just like, I don't know how to pose, and I'm like, girl, just you're like so beautiful, like you don't even know it. Like she's like, oh, I'm not curvy, and I'm like, you don't need to be. We like, you're still beautiful in your way. She ended up being on the cover.
hey, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's
And
what
that
I'm
was just for
saying.
me, like talking to her, like, no, you're beautiful, And she is. And she's going to do it again. She's like, I just never shot in lingerie. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. Like,
There's always a first time for everything. Like for example, me, I never really hosted a radio show. I was always either engineering or I was doing media and all that kind of stuff. And then they offered me a show right here. And at the beginning, I was like,
right.
I was like that. And now I learned like how to talk to people a
Yeah.
little better with
Eh,
it. That just be yourself, and people will start hearing your stuff. Okay, he's being he's being real. Cause I don't think people like it when it's script.
Yeah,
I
agree.
don't think people really like it when it's really script.
I agree.
And that's one of the things about this show is it's never been script. You might see some mistakes. It's life. We can't do nothing.
That's how
It
you
is
learn.
what it is. It
That's how
is
you
what
learn.
it
Yeah.
is. Um, Tell me a little bit about events. Any events coming up? What I mean by events is like car shows. Any special appearances? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I haven't done any special car shows at the moment. I was supposed to do one for autism. I want to say it was a couple weeks ago in Moreno
Right.
Valley. I became ill and I was sick. And I wanted to do it because it was for a good cause, which is autism. And I have family members in my life that have autism, so I wanted to attend it, but unfortunately I couldn't. I did see the photos and the girls that showed up there, and they did amazing. As of right now, I don't have anything planned for the future. I hope that changes. I am booked with photo shoots till April right now, just on one-on-one.
And for those of you who are saying that, I don't know how to say it correctly. The word, what was that word?
Autism?
Autism. I have that, and a lot of people don't know that. There's different stages
Correct.
of
It's a
it,
spectrum.
and sometimes the way you talk, your speech. And look, I'm over here in a radio station. For those
Exactly.
of you who go out there, you guys could um, fulfill your dreams. It doesn't
Yes.
matter what you have. You have to accept what you have, though. You have to
Right.
be honest, like what you have. I have a dyslexia as well, and I'm still here.
I'm dyslexic too.
You know what I mean? We all
I'm
have
dyslexic too, so I
a
understand
little
that
dyslexia, and shout outs to those ones that really like
struggle.
struggle, go out there, and they're still doing it. Like you don't know, maybe you don't know what's her personal life, her problems, what she's going through, but she's over here smiling, being professional and everything. You don't know what people are going through sometimes, and that's very important to bring up because we always have that person who always tries to put somebody down. Always tries
You're
to put
always
somebody
gonna
down.
have that. You're always gonna have that, and those are just life lessons.
Yeah, those are
Stay away
lessons
from those
right there.
people.
Yeah, we really need to stay away from those people. But back to your modeling. Um, let's talk a little. Let's get a little bit more personal
Sure.
with your nursing.
Okay.
As a caregiver, what are your duties?
So right now I'm working with somebody who's autistic for that specific reason. That's how important it is to me. And I feel like some people consider it a disability, and it can be, but I don't think people understand that people just function differently. And I would say that the more autistic people I meet, I can recognize it very early on, number one. Number two, they're super intelligent in their own way, whether it's artistic or they're an auto engineer, now having their own show or whatnot. But I feel like people underestimate autism, and it's not something that needs to be frowned upon. It's just a different way of how people learn and how people do things. So I am the caregiver for somebody who has that, and I love it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Speaking of that, we also have I don't know if you ever heard Ramoncito de Culiacan.
I have not.
He's syndrome and down, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he's
Yeah,
doing good.
I believe it.
And a lot of people say, oh, they're probably using him for money and everything, but they have showed that all his money goes to his mom, and his mom helps him a lot. His mom helps him a lot, and he bought his mom a car. He bought his mom a car. That's respect right there. And look at his conditions, and he's so smart that he thought about his mom. Like, I'm gonna buy her a car. That's
Like I said, a lot of people look at things like a disability. They don't understand. It's just a different way of understanding things. And I'll give you an example. It might be a bad example, but this is the only example I know how to give. Look at a dog. They can't talk back to you, but they understand you,
know,
right?
They know in their own world. They know how to.
They know so many words, whether it's in English or Spanish, which that in itself shows you that you can't train something that cannot communicate back to you, in our language, and they understand you and they feel the love. And I think that's how it is with a lot of the non-speaking autism people, that just because they can't speak or they can't speak like us doesn't mean they don't understand us. They probably understand us more than we think. And I think that's why we should still respect people, because their level of understanding is probably higher than ours. And they're the ones that actually have to cater to us.
Exactly, and it doesn't mean that we're reptiles, we're aliens, or
Right.
You know how people like to invent stuff. Like, well, who knows? But since we're on a radio station, we can probably talk. Well, I don't know. We might have reptiles around here. Yeah, it was a little lizard right there, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like, a lot of people bring that.
They have different
it's a myth.
perceptions.
Who
Yes.
knows if it's true? Who knows if it's not true? There's no proofs, but I'm not saying it's a lie either. We never know. We never know who runs this world, who runs these things, and
And respectfully, I respect.
yeah,
you
everybody
see
has
things,
their
yeah.
own way. I don't personally believe in that, but hey, everybody
Right.
has their own
We all,
way of
we all have the
believing.
right to think how we want to think. I agree.
I like to think positive, and I could tell by your vibes that you like to think positive too.
Absolutely.
Because okay, maybe we can't say it in the air, but I was about to get to another level.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna save you. This world is too hard to be mean. So
Yes.
let's just empower each other, make each other thrive as much as possible. There's room for all of us here
Exactly.
to be winners.
She said it
There's room for everybody. I promise you.
she said it in a more nicer way.
In a
That's what she said
positive
it,
way.
In a positive way, yeah. She didn't say it in a negative way. I would have been like, "Arr." So tell me a little bit about you. You say you were from Michoacán,
Yes.
Michoacán, Mexico,
Soy mexicana, 100%.
100% mexicana, and you were raised.
I was raised everywhere. I came here when I was about 8 years old, from Michoacan. My parents, took that leap of faith, and thank goodness they did, because here we are today. And
You
I
guys-
love being Mexican American. I consider myself both. I feel like,
Yeah.
we're at a time where things are very diverse, but I feel like I'm both. I can't pick one over the other one. They're both amazing. I'm going to represent both to the extreme. And we don't all have to feel the same way, but we need to respect each other. And I love being Mexican and I love being American. I like both. There's not one that I prefer.
Professionally, in a way, the reason why I bring up is because we're Latinos and we like to bring this subject up. How do you feel about? You're welcome to answer it and not welcome to answer. How do you feel about ICE?
I feel like they're just showing how they really feel. I feel like we're always going to have racism here, regardless of who it's against. You know, history repeats itself.
It could be our own people too.
Yes.
It could be our own
There's
people, too.
colorism. In Mexico, there's colorism. I don't know if people are familiar with that. But they judge you based on the shade of your color. So
Respectfully.
me and you both could be Mexicans. I could be lighter, you could be darker, and people just on that.
I could be Arabic and you don't even know. That's what I'm saying. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like.
So I feel like that's always going to be a thing, and history repeats itself. You know, I'll give you an example with coronavirus. You know, they had the Spanish flu, and you know, we're doing the same thing
You're
with
right about that.
Yeah.
When the Spanish flu, nobody knew what it was.
right.
Everybody was scared. Everybody, and that was in another era where
Yes.
there was no that much media, not that much cameras. We didn't have social media like we do right now. Right now, social media, you got to be careful what you say because it could be twisted. It could be
Correct.
twisted around. You probably didn't say that, but AI makes you makes you look like if you say that, and then you know, who knows? Maybe they could. AI could be good and it could be bad. It could be bad and it could be good.
Yes. So I'm just gonna say this about ICE. You know, I think we all are human beings, and that's the only race there is. If you were colorblind, would you know what race I am? I don't know.
What about reptile? What about reptiles? You know how people say there's reptiles?
We're all here for a reason, and we all have a purpose. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say we all don't have, like, in our own culture we don't have roaches. Absolutely, but that's every culture.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't
like,
matter. It doesn't matter.
We just saw a lizard right now.
Yeah,
We
nobody's
just saw a-
no race is perfect, and everybody has their great qualities, and you know that's just human nature, I think.
This is the first time that I ever asked this on the show because a lot of people are telling me, how come you don't bring this topic? How come you don't bring this topic about ICE? And I go like, because my show is more about interviewing people, but it is important to also bring this. She just gave us a good explanation right now. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Go do your researches. We respect everybody's way of thinking. It's fine, professionally.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: when the Olympics happen, you know,
Yep.
wherever they're at, China goes, they all look the same. You know, Nicaragua goes, they all look the same. Whatever country they're representing, they all look the same
Supposedly.
for the most part.
Yeah.
When America's representing, we all look different.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that look different, and
Yep.
there's a reason for that because we are different.
We're international.
Yeah.
We're
so,
international.
but we're all representing one thing, and that's you know I think that's a good thing, and I think people forget that, like, we're all representing something
I kind of like that.
bigger.
I kind of like that, like when we all mix. I like that because it shows that we could get along together. All of us could get along together. I like that when we all, like, you know what I mean? We're all united. I like that.
We can get all along.
I like
It's
that. I like that.
It's only that one or two.
People that always wants to get into political. Yeah. But anyways,
Yeah, don't
back to
let
you.
that get to you. That's
Yeah.
just history repeating itself, and
Yeah.
you know we're gonna overcome it, and I'm sure there'll be something else too.
Yeah. See, there you guys. I brought it up to my show for the first time. You guys wanted me to bring that up for the first time, so I brought it up. I brought that topic
No
up.
pressure on me, right?
No. And yeah, it's personal opinions.
We can agree to disagree,
That's
and that's okay too.
And you're free to say whatever you want.
Yes.
Anyways, back to your modeling. When you first started in this modeling industry, at what age did you start it? If you want to answer it.
Well, I have no problem telling people my age. I'll be 43 this year, and I absolutely love it. I feel like I'm just starting to live my life now. I started it at 40, actually. So,
Wow.
So yeah, 2.5 years ago or something. Yeah.
It's never too late, guys.
Nope,
To
never
fulfill
too-
your dreams.
Nope.
It's never too late. I always wanted to be on a radio station, and I'm 36, and I
Yeah.
finally got it. I thought I was not gonna make it anymore until this radio station, KCA, gave me a chance to give people a voice. Give people a voice. You know what I mean? Give people a voice. I like my engineer. He's messing around. But yeah, we we're gonna cut that off a little bit because it gets a little political. But anyways, my whole point is that no matter how old you are, you could prefer your dreams, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You could prefer your dreams, and a lot of people will be saying, "Oh, but I got kids already. Oh, but I got this." No, you could. Well, depending on your struggle too, on your situation. I think people could prefer their dreams no matter how old they are. I seen the one from KFC. He fell at a lot of things and he died rich.
I'm going to tell you what I believe. The sky's the limit. Yeah. And even if you fell, you're going to land among the stars.
Yeah.
So guess what? That's a good place to be.
Everybody thought
you got to try.
Everybody thought he was. I believe everybody thought he was a little crazy, a little like.
You have to be a little crazy. There's nothing wrong with that.
But you have me. me. My engineers are like, who, me? No, because we're talking about the guy from KFC at 86, I think, or 85. He became rich. He became rich. So it's never too late to. Hey, Joe's like, I wish that would have happened to me. Like, Joe, you're like, I wish that would have happened to me.
Well, it's not too late.
It's never too late, man.
There's still time. As long as you got life in you and you want to do something and pursue it, there's time.
Yeah, there's still time right there. And don't let your dyslexia or your I'm diabetic and I'm still going around doing this thing. Don't let that get in the way. Try to control it as much as you can with whatever the doctor tells you. There's a reason why they're doctors. There's a reason why they're doctors.
Yes.
And just follow the maybe I'm the wrong person to say that because I don't do that, right? But that's part about
I'm a nurse, right? So I'm looking at you like, why? Why aren't you listening?
That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that because she's a nurse and she's looking at me like, you should be listening. You should be listening to your doctor. But she's right though because later on, they could get in your way. Because if you get sick, you cannot come to a show. You cannot go, for example, she's into modeling. She cannot go to photo shots no more because she's going to be in a bed sick. I'm going to be in a bed sick. I can come to the radio show. So just take care of yourself. Try to remain healthy. And like they say, if we beat COVID, we could beat anything.
Yes, I'm going to add something to that.
Go for it.
There's only so many people you should lie to. And your doctor's not one of them, and your lawyer's another one. If you want to lie to your therapist, that's fine. You want to lie to your boyfriend, girlfriend? Well, that's up to you. But don't lie to your doctor. Don't lie to your lawyer. That's it. No, everybody else?
I won't lie. I'm loyal.
That's what everybody says. But you're not listening to him.
See? She has a good point there. That's why I brought this up. I could be lying right now.
Right. We don't know.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes why I'm trying to bring this subject is don't believe everything that social media puts out there. And social media becomes a playground where everybody puts
whatever they want.
We even got people that make their own news pages.
Yep.
It's called cropping and putting videos that are not theirs, but it's fine. And that's how they make their money.
And we have AI too.
AI as well.
That doesn't help.
It gets manipulated like that. So don't believe everything you see on social media or on. Just go look at it like this. Go do your own research. Go 100%. Do your own research, and you'll be able to find out. I think that's what a journalist is, because I used to do news and stuff like that. I think a real journalist, they try to find the truth, even though it's gonna cost them. But they're trying to bring the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I felt like social media, you can manipulate it. Like nobody's not gonna know that I'm smart or that I have a degree outside of modeling based on what you see. But that's because that's what I want you to see. That's my artistic side. That's what I'm doing it for. So exactly. It could be manipulated. I don't think people sit there and say, "Oh, she's a nurse." Like, no, that's not the point of that. If I wanted that, I would have showcased that. But I'm a different version of myself outside of that.
I got my graphic design certificate. I do graphic design. Nobody even knew that because they think I'm just doing the radio show. I'm just doing the news, and nobody knew that if one day I don't work as an engineer or I don't work as this, I have graphic design. I went to school for that. You know what I mean? I went to school for that.
Okay. So then that means one day you're going to take care of me because... My plan is not to work one day. I put him on the spot. He doesn't like it.
No, I like it. I mean,
Next question.
can we go on a little break right now? I'm just messing around with you. Nah, that's just part of the show. That's having a sense of humor.
Yes, 100%.
And don't worry, I will take care of you.
I need a contract.
Yeah, that's what she meant. Like, sign me in. Let's make
Yes.
that money together. That's what she
Yes,
meant.
yes.
And that's smart. That's what I call business. And also, with contracts, I could ask you that question. When it comes to contracts, what do you advise people, whether they do modeling, music, anything? What do you advise people?
Don't sign anything you don't understand. Get legal advice. We live in a world where, at the end of the day, that's what it's going to hold up in court. It could either hurt you or help you, and we live in a world where people are only looking after themselves. So, don't sign anything you don't agree with, and that includes a marriage contract.
Oh, well, just because we got divorced, we're just messing around. See, that's how you start gossiping like that.
Hey, that's
how you
that's
right
a
there.
contract. People don't get that. That's a contract. Don't just sign it.
He says, yeah, don't be. She's not gossiping.
Don't be
she's-
naive.
She's saying the truth though.
Yes.
Like when you get married, make sure. Should we say it?
Say
Make
it.
sure it's not 50-50 when you have to give them half of.
I'm just saying, if you don't agree with it,
Leave everything for your kids.
don't do it.
Leave everything for your kids. Make sure your kids are good. And I'm pretty sure baby mama will understand that. Like if you put your kids, let's say you have a house.
Right.
You want to leave that to your kids. Am I right or no?
Right.
You want to leave that to your kids because you never. Maybe people think different, but that's my way of thinking because you never know when is the time gonna come. You never know. That's why you enjoy life, be happy. You can be angry at the world because that affects you. You know what I mean? That brings that negative, those negative vibes, right?
No, I agree. And honestly, anything that you acquired before and you meet anybody should be, you shouldn't think that it's gonna benefit you. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
exactly.
We live in a time where people aren't getting married anyways, and that kind of can go either way depending on how you look at things. It could be good, it could be bad. Just depends what you value. Some people value family, some people value money,
Let-
some people value careers.
That's what I want you to bring up. It's because divorcing costs money, so why marry? You know what I'm trying to say, right? Like sometimes I think this love thing works in a weird way. Like when you first with somebody, you love them, you miss them, but then you start getting to get like, sometimes it happens with people, annoyed. That there comes to a point where you don't love that person anymore.
Well, I think in any relationship, it takes work. It takes both on both ends. If you really want to see something move forward, and it only takes one person for it not to function.
To mess it up, yeah,
So-
because
So a lot of people give up. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to do the work. Anything worth having is going to take work, guys. Like me with my modeling. Like I started at 40 and I'm going to be 43 this year and I'm barely on the radio for the first time, which I'm thankful for. But it took time. It took work.
And you also gotta support them on their career because let's say you marry a model, you gonna know that she's not doing nothing bad. All she's doing is she's doing shootings, photo shootings. We're not talking about because some people think like you know what I mean.
No, the other
no
kind of-
weapons, no weapons
yes,
involved.
not
No,
the other
no,
kind of
no,
shootings.
We peaceful. We peaceful. We don't believe in that. Photo shootings. Sometimes they're gonna have lingerie. Sometimes they're gonna have swimming suits. Sometimes they're gonna have. I don't know. It could be anything.
Yes, it could be anything,
anything.
but we're always going to try to look our best regardless of what that
Yeah.
anything is.
And,
yes.
and when the man is there, like, yeah, babe, you got this. Hell yeah, yeah. I think you're gonna have to dump that one. When I say the H word, he's all like that. But yeah, like support your girl, man. Don't let her go.
Support your partner.
Support
'cause
your
It could be
partner.
the opposite. I do know a model that's a male, and his girl supports him. Like,
Okay, why not? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like support your partner. if we're talking about both genders, yeah, let's support your partner. And well, now we got three genders, but whatever.
We got two. I'm
we-
pretty.
anyways,
You could disagree, but we got two.
if you only knew what I think, but
Okay.
anyways. But yeah, support your partner. Don't give them a hard time. If you trust that person, you know she's not gonna do nothing bad. You know that. Just stop being insecure.
Yep,
You're
100%.
you're the one that has her.
Exactly.
You're the lucky one that has her.
100%.
You're the lucky
That,
one
that's
that has
exactly
her.
what I say. You know what? There's no point of being insecure because at the end of the day, who do you go home to? Who do you sleep with? Who are you sharing your personal space and time with? You know?
Yeah.
So a turnoff for me is actually somebody that's insecure.
Let me explain why I laughed at. I used to be so insecure.
Okay.
I used to
Thank
be
you for sharing
so insecure back then, and I changed
That's good.
because
It take work, right?
all you doing is pushing away your partner
Yes.
in both.
Yes.
You pushing away your partner, and that's why it leads to a divorce or a breakup.
Yes.
If you could work out things with your partner, okay, maybe she doesn't have a car, you don't have a car. If in my case, if your girl's giving you a ride and you don't have a car, that means she loves you, dude. You better learn to see that, because not all girls and
Are
not
gonna
all
do that.
men. We're gonna say both. That way it'll be fair. Not do that.
Yeah.
Normally, the man is the one that's supposed to have the car. That's how the old-fashioned way things.
Well,
but
I'm old fashioned. Yeah. That's
You
how
know
I
what I
believe.
mean?
But I'm also understanding of new times.
we live in a different era where I think females are dominating. They're
I'm
dominating
not going to argue with you.
our industry, and they're both doing it. They're equal now. They're both but females
But
are,
doesn't mean that's what we want, just so you know.
exactly.
We're doing it, but it doesn't mean that's what we want.
It just came.
Yeah,
It just came. It wasn't planned like that.
Yes.
It just came out of nowhere, and unfortunately, that's how it's happening.
Correct.
And we can't change that. It's just you don't look for stuff. It's like she was probably not looking to be a model, or can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, were you?
Oh, I mean, obviously not,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of it. It was just kind of like something I started as a hobby. So it's made its way this far because I enjoy it and I love it. And it makes it very difficult to date. You can't just let somebody in your life and expect them to be understanding. I think for the most part, people think I'm going to stop doing it.
No, you're not.
It's like, no, I'm not.
You're
I'm
not
sorry.
gonna
Like,
stop doing it.
I can't. Like, this is what I like. And if you know my character, you're going to know how I carry myself. And you're going to have the confidence that I know what my value is, that I'm going to have everybody and anybody respect me. And if they're not, then I don't belong there.
Bravo for that. That's something that, like, if you pay attention to what she said, she's right. She's right on that, because if you're gonna be judging your girl, oh, cause she models, she does this, that's her job, dude. Let her be. That's why some models, I see why some models, they marry photographers, because photographers understand. They understand photographers, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they either go out with, you know what I mean, something because they understand. They don't go out with some dude that's
No, I get it, because sometimes nurses marry doctors.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
because they work long
Yeah.
hours. They have things in common. Yeah, so I get it.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go on a little 3-minute break right now. I need to my throat is hurting me a little bit, and then we'll be back.
KCAA Radio has openings for 1-hour talk shows. If you want to host a radio show, now is the time. Make KCAA your flagship station. Our rates are affordable and our services are second to none. We broadcast to a population of 5 million people. Plus, we stream and podcast on all major online audio and video systems. If you've been thinking about broadcasting a weekly radio program on Real Radio plus the internet, contact our CEO at 281-599-9800. 281-599-9800. You can Skype your show from your home to our Redlands, California studio where our live producers and engineers are ready to work with you personally. A radio program on KCAA is the perfect work from home avocation in these stressful times. Just type kcaaradio.com into your browser to learn more about hosting a show on the best station in the nation or call our CEO for details. 281-599-9800.
And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go? Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
I look nice? Okay, thank you.
What's up, everybody? We're back right now to News That Rocks. Sometimes we get things on air, but it happens. Welcome to News That Rocks, where we keep it real. No fake news. 100% interviews and random stuff that we talk about. Oh, man. So welcome back, guys. Welcome back for those of you who are tuning in. For those of you who are barely tuning in, we have our guest,
Reina Mimi.
And the host, me, Octavio Partida, or Media Photo Boy, as everybody knows. Anyways, let's go back to the modeling. When you first start modeling, I guess I could ask this question. Were you going through a divorce or were you already divorced?
I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm still going through a divorce, and it's going on 5 years now.
Yeah.
People forget that they always think that the grass is greener on the other side, and they forget it's fertilized with BS.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, I was actually going through a divorce in 2021, and then 2 years later, I was very depressed and sad, and I think I had dropped to like 110 pounds, which is pretty skinny for me. I'm not that tall anyways, but that was very small. That was like my early 20 years. And that's why I started doing it, just as an outlet to see what I can do with myself and to get out of feeling ugly and ugh. And I'm not saying ugly on the exterior, because I feel like I've always, thank goodness, been blessed in that category. But it was how I felt on the inside. So I wanted to show it. I wanted to match. And it didn't match at that moment. I feel like it matches now.
I was about to tell you, you're gifted. You are beautiful. I mean, you're
but
gifted.
when you don't feel it, it's different.
What I mean?
Yeah.
But that's where I was bringing this.
Yeah.
A lot of people see her, right? She's beautiful, right? But you don't know how she's feeling from inside.
But I'm more beautiful on the inside now.
There you go.
Yes.
And you don't know, sometimes you could see her beautiful, but you don't know what a person is feeling inside.
Yes.
And a lot of people go based on the looks. They
Yes.
go based on that. They don't know how that person feels inside them. They think that because she looks like a Barbie, she's stuck up. She said, no, it's not even like
No,
that.
I feel like I'm at the point in my life where if you meet me, you're gonna fall in love with me. So stay away from me if you're not ready.
I don't know.
Because my personality matches my outside now.
Right, Joe?
I'm not trying to be big headed. Just saying what I feel now. That's how I feel. I feel more beautiful on the inside now than I ever have.
I'm gonna say
and it's just starting to match my outside now.
I'm gonna say it on air. It's hard not to fall in love with you. Respectfully.
You're not the first.
Respectfully.
Thank you. I appreciate
is
it.
like-
I'll take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment. It is a compliment.
appreciate it.
It's not no disrespect, no nothing. But I had like it's true. Like you know what I mean. Like you have a good heart. I felt that good vibe when I right when I met you, when I saw you, like just
Online?
right now.
Oh, right now.
Just in person.
Okay.
Because online, you don't really know how the person is.
Got you.
Might as well be a guy talking to you. You don't even know.
That's true. That's
you
true.
don't, e-
Could be
you
true.
don't even know. You know what I mean? but I met her online. The only reason why I invited her is because I think from Melina, you were sharing with a lot of models that
Yes.
have come here before. Sandra,
Yes.
a baby. And I'm like, you know what? Let me see what she's all about. Nice. And I did my research. I did my homework as best I can. And I was like, let's bring her to the show. Let's bring her to the show and everything. And this show has always been about just be yourself. You know what I mean? It's be yourself. I know it says, a lot of people ask me, why you call it news that rocks? That used to be, that's my trademark. That's my trademark since I used to have a company.
Okay.
I still do. I have a company. We used to do news and all that stuff. And then it became a radio show.
Oh, nice.
So we were like, you know what? MTV was not really music.
Yeah.
All the way music.
It was when I was growing up. It was.
Right? Like
Yeah.
even Beavis and Buttheads.
Yeah.
Beavis and Buttheads. Who remembers that, man, back in the days?
You did that pretty good.
I know, right? No, I'm not the one that does the voice for it. Yeah, but that brings good memories, man. I remember when mom said, like, change that. Don't be looking at that. No andes mirando eso. Don't be looking at that. When we used to watch Beavis and Buttheads. Because they used to say a lot of,
Yes.
I guess back
It was allowed before.
I guess back then, cable television, you could say certain cuss words, but yeah, you used to be able to say, it used to be cable television where you could say certain bad words, but not all of them. I remember they used to do that. You used to say the A word, a lot of words. Go Google them. Don't ask me.
Yes,
I'm like, "Go
exactly.
Google them.
Go do your research.
Go do your research. Yeah, don't
Go learn on your own.
go learn on how many bad words are out there and all that stuff. But anyways, back to your modeling. We talk about depression. How do you deal with depression? The reason why I'm asking this, because I have dealt with depression as well. I have been in depression. I look happy. I smile all the time, but you don't know what that person is going through mentally either. And can you tell us a little bit about how you deal with depression?
Well, I think the first step is to acknowledge it. Like, hey, I feel like something's off. And in the Latino community, Hispanic community, I think it's something that we don't talk about often. It's frowned upon. Like, there's no reason for you to be depressed. You have a house, you have food, you have, X, Y, and Z. It's like, well, yeah, you do. And yeah, you should be thankful for all those things. It doesn't mean you don't feel a certain way. So I think the first step is to acknowledge it. And then the second step would be to get help. However you find that help, whether it's a therapist, whether it's a friend, whether it's, hobbies, which I feel like we've all are doing now. Like I said, I started it because I didn't feel good about myself, even though my exterior didn't match it. So that's how I pursued it, So I feel like it just has to be acknowledged to begin with. And then number two, you have to do something about it. You can't just sit on it. And it takes work.
Right, because I went through depression. My case was a little different.
Okay.
I went to depression when, we're going to say it on air, my partner passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to
She
hear that.
passed away a long time ago. But you learn to deal with that, not so long time ago, 2021.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
But it's okay. That happened, and what got me into therapy, for me, therapy was I started recording incidents, recording accidents, and that's all News That Rocks was.
Yeah.
At first, they used to bash News That Rocks. They used to say News That Rocks was not gonna make it, this and that, and then became a radio show now.
Yeah,
It became a
see?
radio show.
Exactly.
Just-
From something negative came out something positive, but you did something about it.
Just like her.
So you acknowledged it, and then you're like, well, what can I do? Whether, like you said, people were still bashing you. Even with my photos, like, there's a lot of people that don't like my photos, and especially my family.
They must be crazy.
Well, I just felt like it's a cultural thing sometimes. And that's okay.
When it comes to family, yeah, because
Because they don't want to have a reason for you to do something
even when
that's taboo, I guess.
even when you open a blue page, we're gonna call it blue page. A lot of people are judgmental on that too. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean. And it's not Twitter. It's not Twitter or X Twitter. You know, you know. But yeah, a lot of people think like, I see that because the blue page used to be about tutorials, cooking tutorials. People used to page, and then all of a sudden it became
Something
it
else.
became something else. Go Google it, guys. Don't be asking. But anyways,
We don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's not Twitter either. But if you know, you know. But yeah, a lot of people judge that. And I understand it's in our culture, you know. Date a respetar para que te respeten.
Yo me doy a respetar y por eso me respetan.
Exactly.
I act accordingly, and I will get the respect that I ask for because that's how I hold myself.
It just-
Number one, but a lot of people want to just judge based on a photo, and that's okay.
Exactly.
But that's why I made a page just for the photos, because there's different levels of me, and not everybody deserves to know every single one. It's only like the special few that get to know those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You brought a good point there. Just because they're doing modeling, it doesn't mean you have to see them. You can see it like as art. As art. They're modeling for cars. They're modeling for promotions, entertainment. A lot of, especially the guys. I could say this, and I'm a guy. The guys look at this way like, oh man, she's cute, she's this and that. Bro, relax. She's just doing art. It's just art. It's just this and that. You don't have to get like that with her. You don't have to
It's just a
think.
job.
It's just a job. Yeah, when
What you do it for, or the reason you're doing, is a whole different concept. But it's just a job at the end of the day.
Exactly. At the end, it's a job, and
Some of us like it, and some of us do it for other reasons, and
but you know
that's
what?
okay.
Whether people like it or not, you're getting paid. You're getting paid. So
I'm
that's
here-
just-
I'm here
you
right
know
now.
What I mean? You're getting paid. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. That's just how it is, and whether they hate or not, you're still getting paid. You know.
Yeah, so that's why I created my my page, and I was getting more support from people that were outside my circle than people that were in my circle, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. We don't have to have the same views, but I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I have the confidence where now I'm gonna pursue what I want to pursue, and you don't have to like it, and I'm probably gonna be one of the most respectful people you will ever know.
And she really
And
is.
that's because that's how I grew up. My mom gave me morals and values.
And she really is. I could tell you that she really is. Backstage, she was very respectful. She knew.
And I'm a hugger, so I love to give
Oh.
hugs. 30-second hugs is my rule. If I like you, that's what you're gonna get.
when-
If I don't like you,
When Mia
nothing.
was 40, so you must like me a lot.
Did you have a timer? I don't know about
Nah,
that.
I was just saying that. I didn't even count it, to be honest with you. I'm just saying that like
He's being funny. That's what he's doing.
I'm trying to be funny. I
He's
don't know if I am. I don't know if I am. I'm trying.
Leave the funny up to me.
Oh man, you don't even have to say nothing. You stand there and people will look at you.
I know. I already know. Thank you.
Respectfully. I'm like respectfully. I sound like somebody that I'm not gonna say the names. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Okay.
That will be on a podcast. Nah. Nah, but for real.
Separate
guys,
interview coming.
Separating. Wanna throw in your where can they follow you?
Yes, my handle is Reyna, REYNA _ Mimi, MIMI _.
And they will be able to find there the Instagram.
That's all I do is Instagram.
No tweeters?
Nope.
No.
Nothing else. That's it.
I'm not gonna ask you that. No. Nothing else.
No OnlyFans. Nope.
That's not what it's blue page.
I'm
please.
explaining myself.
I'm like that blue page. Nah, you
Nope.
can say what it.
I strictly do it for personal reasons, which I'm sure I've explained already. I just really enjoy doing it, so I don't have any blue pages.
she's
No.
classy.
No other pages. And I, not to frown upon anybody. Everybody has to do what they have to do, and
No, respectfully, yeah. Everybody.
so
everybody
I
does-
if somebody has that, that's fine. That's just not my MO.
True. That's true. If you, like I said in the beginning, I'm a little open-minded. Everybody has their own way of thinking.
Absolutely.
Everybody has their own agendas too. You could say that. Your own. Yeah, you could say that. Your own little way of making money. That's fine.
Yeah, respectfully, but no, that's not what I do it for. I do it because I actually enjoy it. I do appreciate the art.
TikTok. No TikTok either.
Nope.
Wow, TikTok is popping right now. She don't care. She's all like, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. She's all like, it doesn't matter.
That's fine.
You know, we need more people like you. For real, we need more people like you. You keep it real.
I do.
Yeah, there's only
I'm a
like
very genuine person. What you see is what you get with me. And it's hard for people to understand that sometimes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you who are tuning in, you are listening to KCAA Radio, News That Rocks on KCAA Radio. And if you have any questions, you guys could call the number if you guys are listening to 909-383-1000. That's 3 zeros at the end. Again, 909-383-1000.
That's pretty good because I'm dyslexic and I would have got the number wrong, just so you know. So that's great.
I was reading it.
Oh, even I still would have read it wrong.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So, any other future project that you could talk about that you want to tell us about it?
Not that I can talk about. I can say that I'm going to be publishing internationally, and I'm super stoked about that. Just because that magazine that is international, I wouldn't think they would want somebody like me, you know, because of my age.
Why
because
not?
I just felt like the people that I seen on there, I'm like, man, they're like baddies. They're like baddies, you know? So when they approached me and they're like, we really want you because you have a very unique features, I was...
That's bonita. You're
yeah, but I felt like they complimented me in the things that I said I grew up not liking, which was my nose, my lips, you know, my teeth. I felt like they were so big for my face. And I just felt like that's the things that I get complimented on now. But, you know, when you're little, you don't... Things are just different and kids are just mean.
Nah, you're...
So I'm going to get public internationally, and I'm super stoked about that. I'm excited. So I can't really talk about...
That means they look at you in a professional way. They know what talent is, and that's good. They're not looking at you like in a weird things like weird.
Oh, no,
and that's good.
In the interview
good.
process, he was just like, I've seen thousands of faces. He's like, your face is super unique, especially your side profile. And I was like, wow, that was like the biggest compliment to me.
If you wouldn't told me your age, I wouldn't even thought you were.
Okay, so how old do I look? Cause you need a.
You look like on your early 30s.
Okay, I'll take it.
You look
I'll
in
take
your
it.
early
I'll
30s.
take
You
it.
look young.
Thank you. I
look
appreciate it.
young.
I'll take it.
You really do look young.
I felt my age. So when somebody says you don't look your age or you don't, I don't know what that means anymore because I feel like I feel
She's
my age.
confident.
Yeah,
She's
I'm like,
confident.
and there's nothing wrong with being my age.
What she's trying to say is you could be 43, you could be 50, and you could still be looking young.
Right, because
that's
it's how you
what she's
feel and
trying to say.
how you handle life. Yeah.
Like, are you healthy?
Yes.
Are you eating well? Are
Yes.
you going to the gym maybe or something like that? Maybe you could tell us a little bit. You go to the gym?
I work out at home.
You work out at home?
I don't go to a gym because I don't like the pressure.
Right, when you're at home, you could do it
I could do it
and
on my own.
peacefully.
There's nobody watching me, and then I'm always gonna say this. I don't compete with nobody, and when I say that, I mean it. I compete with myself. I'm in my own category, so my race is against the old me, not against anybody else. So if I work out at home, that's just because I like it, and I actually hike a lot.
You see why I brought her here? Because I don't compete with nobody. A lot of people want to compete with me, and I don't compete with nobody. I don't really compete with
There's no
nobody.
need.
But
There's no
they
need.
they still pick on me because I must be doing something good.
Yeah.
I must be doing something good out there. You must be doing something good.
Well, there was a comedian that say the more haters you got, the better off you're doing.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. We will see you in another show. And that's it. This was News That Rocks. Anything you want to say before we live?
I'm going to say this to everybody. Just live your best life. Don't go around trying to minimize anybody else's growth. Focus on yourself. Focus on your mental health. Take care of yourself. Don't be malicious to anybody else. And I guarantee you life is just going to open itself up for you because we all deserve to be the best version of ourselves. So be true to yourselves and don't put anybody down. We don't know what other people are going through. So just stay positive to yourself and encourage other people, and you're going to get there wherever you want to be.
And
I
this
promise
was
you.
This was News That Rocks. See you guys in another show Sunday 12 noon.
Yes, sir.
Talking to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
Hi, everybody. This is Politic by Jake. This is the Sunday show. Welcome, welcome. Let's get started. Now, this is really kind of big. Here's a clear, up-to-the-minute report on the Supreme Court's major ruling limiting the president's ability to unilaterally impose tariffs. What they decided was this. The case is named Learning Resources, Inc. versus Trump. And the United States Supreme Court held that the president does not have authority under the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act, which is called IEPA. that's if you pronounce the acronym, that's what it is, IEPA, an International Emergency Economic Powers Act, to impose broad tariffs on imports. The decision was 6-3. Wow! And it marks a rare rebuke of a central economic initiative by President Trump's second administration. This is big. Chief Justice John Roberts submitted the majority opinion and said IEPA simply does not grant the president the power to set tariffs on import, even in a declared emergency. The law's language empowering the president to, quote, regulate importation, close quote, doesn't equate to the power to impose taxes or duties. And he reaffirms that the authority to impose tariffs and levy tariffs resides with Congress. And it always has, and we're going to talk about that a little more. This ruling vacates or upholds lower court decisions holding that the tariffs were unlawful, and it dismisses cases to the extent that they were properly before the court. 6 justices in the majority. This includes conservative appointees like Gorsuch and Amy Coney Barrett of the People of Praise. That's scary. Joining Roberts and the 3 liberal justices. Why this matters constitutionally and legally is this. Tariff power, this is very important. Notice how our prices are going up. Notice how everything is going up. That's tariffs. It's a honk job for the American consumer. It's a honk job for the American middle class and everyone who is not, connected, so to speak. This case confirmed that, or affirmed, that tariff power is primarily a congressional authority. In the United States Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, it gives Congress the power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises. And that historically means that Congress controls tariffs, because a tariff is an impost and an excise. If the president is to impose them, that authority must be clearly delegated by Congress in statute and not inferred broadly. The court found that IEPA doesn't clearly delegate tariff authority. The court ruled, and by the way, he's been losing all along on this. The court ruled that merely saying the president could regulate importation in emergencies is too vague to equate to the specific authority to tax imports through tariffs, especially when the tariffs in question were sweeping in scope, duration, and economic impact. And while some justices relied on ordinary statutory interpretation, which to me would be enough, others in the majority pointed to the major questions doctrine. Large economic and political decisions like tariffs require unmistakably clear congressional authorization. And, Trump was mad, he was angry, called the ruling terrible, he called them all rhinos, and then he talked about the radical leftist Democrats and, all the rube bait for the suckers and the credulous and the easily led, all the Trumpists, all the maggots. He criticized the justices, even those he appointed. He announced alternative tariffs. He doubled down, because this is what Trump does, double down, under other statutory authorities, specifically a temporary 10% global tariff under the Trade Act of 1974, Section 122, which lasts up to 150 days. This is a tactical pivot to maintain tariff policy in some form while complying with the court's ruling. And, there's major economic uncertainty because the bills collected under the now invalid tariffs, which hundreds of billions annually, could become subject to refunds. And they will become subject to refunds. The court did not directly resolve refund mechanics. I don't think this is really a big problem. It's kind of an ooh type thing. Ooh, the court did not directly resolve refund. All of this stuff is done with computers. Everybody knows what everybody owes, and I don't think that's going to be a big problem. But This decision is a significant check on executive power, not just for Trump, but for future presidents trying to use broad emergency statutes to implement large economic policies. It underscores that Congress controls tariff authority. That's it. The end of story. Emergency powers cannot be used as a backdoor for broad tariff design. And if the president wants lasting tariff, he needs to go to Congress and get explicit authorization. It also sets up continued legal and political battles over U.S. trade policy heading into 2026 and beyond. Now, we're going to talk about this a little bit. We're dealing with three layers here. Who has tariff? Number one, who has tariff power under the Constitution? Number two, what Congress delegated? And number three,